Why can't you? I'm making this video for you. So I don't want you to panic. I think you've been so brainwashed that they're going to freak out. They're not going to freak out. And there's two ways to do it. And what you need to do is assess your food drive. If you had a really excited puppy that was pulling on the leash, I mean, again, the way to introduce it then is, and you know that, to have it hooked to your leash. If you initially disguise the pager with the pop of the leash, if we said in theory dogs are not, as long as it's not unexpected, by making those things too concurrent, the pager's happening now in the same place the leash happened, so they can understand. All right, so I'm assessing here how hungry is this puppy. So you can see we keep him on a very strict diet. All right, so I need to know that I've got a puppy that's interested in treats. That's all I need to know. And this puppy hasn't had any training. We had to call it on her one time. So that's why she's not sitting there looking at it like the other ones. All right, Tommy. Yeah. So I'd say I got a puppy that's pretty interested in treats. So I'm just gonna put the collar on. Honestly, girl, with this puppy, I'm just gonna do it without the leash. You're gonna see. So I'm just gonna use my little burst. But I'm gonna do it like the one that you've got. I'm just gonna punch it. I want you to think of it like that. If you punch it, I actually think just punching the button is shorter than what he's got this timed on the side. I need to sort of line my stars up though. But that's what I'm talking about. This dog can understand the physical touch, especially around its neck from that dog. So why would it not be able to understand what is basically a physical touch? Tommy! What that kind of showed me is I might try to use the little bit weaker pager. She had a very overt response, but she's kind of scratching the collar now. All right, so watch. Let me try using my weaker pager. Greg just texted me, he said he already had this thing set. What I want now is a dog that's going back to free agency. So let's go this way. Come on. So what you can see, Tommy. I just made them believe, what you don't want to seem is, there's a spotlight on you and now you're performing. I think that's what's making you nervous. I've got a little bit going on here, not a whole lot. I'm just sort of occasionally interjecting myself into the dynamic, just in a much nicer way than this one does. But you see how much of their, all right, watch her, there she goes. So my job is to do two things, to get her moving quickly. Tommy! And to let her, and you saw, there was a little bob. And I am getting a little head shake, I'll tell you, I don't like that, and I don't know if that's the only other collar I use. I'm gonna try doing it with the weaker pager this time. And again, you don't want to seem set up-ish at all. Let me just give you this advice, Kim. You've got movement to it. Everything we're doing now, we're getting movement to it. And I do have a very, if you said, oh, you seem like you're just walking along. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. stay able to stay right on top of this puppy, but I'm going to try using the weaker paper. But I'm going to make it count. And if I did this, even if I didn't, we've only got 2 minutes of it.
So it'll probably cut off at like 1:40, I think. It's probably good. Just recolor.
I've got everything going in my favor.
Okay, I cut the trees.
All right, I'm going to get one more in here.
Here.
No, but if you said to me, this puppy seems to feel like it's got a spotlight on it, I'd go, oh God, no. Hardly. What a precious, adorable dog. You stay on her. And again, I'm just going to warn you guys, don't seem set up-ish. Mommy! I do want them to seem very greedy. So I will probably do that. We got a summer signaling run out. Remember, I may do it 1 or 2 more times. That's today, and then we'll be back tomorrow. I guess.